Hello, this is Mr. Alden with today's answer key for solving systems of equations using substitution. So as you can see, we have a system of equations here using two equations, y equals negative 2x plus 3 and 5x plus 2y equals 3. Now what makes this one a substitution one to use is that I already have y isolated in the first equation. So for that first one, y is equal to negative 2x plus 3. So what I can do is I can take that second equation then, and if I have 5x plus 2y equals 3, well, what I can do is I can then take the negative 2x plus 3, so this right here, and I can substitute that for where the y is. So instead of 5x plus 2y equals 3, I'm going to have 5x plus 2 times negative 2x plus 3 equals 3. So you'll notice now that the y has gone away. It has been replaced by the negative 2x plus 3, and I put that in parentheses so that I make sure that when I do my multiplication, I include all of that. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to solve for x, because now we only have one variable, so I'm going to solve for x. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my distributive property. Now, remember that I draw arrows showing me where I want to distribute to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 5x, because that's not affected by anything yet. Now 2 times negative 2x gives us a negative 4x. And I'm going to put that negative 4x in parentheses so that I know that I've got a negative 4x. And then 2 times 3 gives me 6. Now, before I start moving terms back and forth over the equal sign, I want to make sure that each side of my equal sign is simplified. So the right side, there's just a 3. That's all we can put there. But on the left side, I have a 5x and a 4x. Well, I can combine those two because they're like terms. 5x plus negative 4 is 1. So that's going to give us 1x plus 6 equals 3. Now I can start eliminating terms. So I'm going to now subtract 6 from both sides. And the reason I chose the 6 is because it is on the same side as my variable. And remember, our variable is kind of like that moody middle school student. It wants to be all by itself. So it wants to have all those other things out of its room. So it wants to kick the 6 out first. So the 6 eliminates, leaving us with 1x equals 3 minus 6, or 3 plus negative 6 gives us negative 3. And that one coefficient, very shy, so we could just simply say x equals negative 3. Well, now that we know that x is equal to negative 3, we can now figure out what y is. And so to figure out what y is, I'm going to use that first equation. So I'm going to say y is equal to negative 2x plus 3. Well, I know, hey, x is equal to negative 3. So I'm going to substitute that for x. So I'm going to say negative 2 times negative 3 plus 3. Well, order of operations says negative 2 times negative 3 gives us a positive 6. Plus 3, 6 plus 3 is 9. And so our final answer, and remember, we want to write this as a coordinate point, is going to be negative 3, 9. Now we're not done yet, because of course we need to check it. We need to make sure that it works. So we need to substitute into both equations to make sure that it works. So for the first one, y equals negative 2x plus 3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 9, since the 9 is the y term, and I'm going to substitute that in. And let's use green for this. So I'm going to say 9 is equal, I think, because remember, We're not sure yet. We're checking. Negative 2 times negative 3 plus 3. Well, now on the left side, the 9 is just 9. Negative 2 times negative 3 is 6. And 6 plus 3 does, in fact, oops, need to erase that. It was a boo-boo. Let's see here. Okay, fix that. 6 plus 3 is 9. Check. It works. And that's great that it works for one, but it's got to work for both. So let's try the second one. So we're going to do 5 times x, which is negative 3, plus 2 times 9, which is our y value, we think equals 3. So 5 times negative 3 gives us negative 15, plus 18, we think equals 3. Negative 15 plus 18, not 8, 18, is 3. 3 does equal 3. So our answer of negative 39 is the correct solution. I hope you found this video helpful. Please feel free to email me should you have any questions.